so many men will be like, we
They will
don't
give
care.
you the popular answer. I'll take the beautiful idiot, though.
Really?
Absolutely.
Do you think most men would take the beautiful idiot?
Yes. Any man who's dealt with women, whether they be attractive or unattractive, they know that for a fact. People treat you different when your lady's unattractive.
They treat you different?
They treat you, yeah, they
They
judge
treat the
you.
man different?
They judge you based off your lady. Absolutely.
What you mean?
She's a reflection of you.
Okay.
So if you have an unattractive woman, and you say you're in a business setting, right? You bring her around, they're gonna look at you like you don't make good decisions.
Wait. You're saying if you're in a business meeting and your woman comes in and she's unattractive, they think you don't make good. What if she's smart?
Men don't do a lot of business with men who are like, who that's your thing. Like you have 4, 5s, and 6s around. You can get a lot more opportunities as a man from other men if they know that you're a guy that brings around a nice atmosphere when you're around. Like you, the guy that all the women like.
Yeah.
He's gonna get some opportunities based off that.
Dang.
Believe it or not.
Dang.
Yeah. You know those guys in the NBA that sit on the bench? Why you think they still on the bench? They bring something to the table. It's just not what they want to put on the floor.
Dang.
Absolutely.
They just. Dang.
Right. It's not even the superstars who like get all the women. It be the dudes who just on the team.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, so when the superstar, when he want to party, who he call? That dude that sit at the end of the bench, because that's the dude who got the time and the patience, and he can call 20, 30 chicks to come hang out with 4 NBA players. That's his role. He's a role player. He gonna be taken care of as long as he's that guy. People treat you different when your lady's unattractive.
They treat you different?
They treat you, yeah.
It's really interesting because he then goes on in the interview to say that having an attractive woman will get you more opportunities with other men, which is actually, like, if we're being so fucking for real, it's actually true. Pretty privilege not only benefits a woman, it also benefits the people that she's around and the people that she's with. So for example, if you're the pretty girl in the friend group, typically you can get the group into spaces that maybe someone else wouldn't be able to get. You're the one that can get them in the club, get them cut, you can cut in the line, you know? So it's also a benefit to the men. And I remember I was in a relationship years and years and years and years ago, and I overheard this man say, like, I want to be, you know, because I guess I just didn't have that wow factor. Like, I'm a cute girl, but I'm not by any means like a quote unquote baddie. I guess I'm like average. But I overheard him saying to his friend, I want people, or I want other like dudes to be like, yo, that's you right there. Like, that's what I want. And as hurtful as it was, as I got older and I just started to dismantle just the patriarchy and how men are conditioned to think, it didn't really hurt my feelings anymore, because it's just like, it's typical. It is. I'm confident in myself enough to not take that personally anymore. All that to say that this is another example that men don't look at us as actual human beings. They look at us as property, commodity, something that can help them get ahead. And then once they get to where they want to go, this is not all men. Again, we don't have to discuss the nuances. Then they either quote unquote upgrade, or they drop that person who was with them in the trenches and help them get those opportunities and their foot in the door. But men just do things for other men. Like, literally at this point, men just do things for other men. Because I mean, I could be wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, but women don't necessarily give a fuck like that. Unless it's a pick me, unless it's someone who's very male centered, we don't care. Love is love. You like what you like. We don't hate on that. But men 100% perform for each other. It is what it is. It's an intersection of having a woman with pretty privilege and how that can benefit the man in the relationship. And then don't let the man and the woman, both of them, be beautiful, because the opportunities would become endless. But I guess you can say at the same time, women get looked at differently if we entertain a broke man. But that's another conversation for a different day.
You the guy that all the women like?
Yeah.
He's gonna get some opportunities based off that.
Dang.
Believe it or not.
Dang.
Yeah. You know those guys in the NBA that sit on the bench? Why do you think they still on the bench? They bring something to the table. It's just not what they want to put on the floor. Absolutely.
Beauty is currency, and the currency of a woman's beauty is the fastest shortcut for a man to be able to gain the acknowledgement that it would take for him to actually have to grind, work, move up the corporate ladder, go get a college education to be able to get the same type of acknowledgement from other men. Because the people that he's talking about that treat him differently, if he is with an unattractive woman, are men. Women don't care because more often than not, whenever you see a man and a woman together, the woman's always going to look better than the man. So it doesn't really strike us as anything to compare who men are based off of who they select to marry or be seen out in public with. I talk about this at length on my Substack. Please go check it out. I have it linked in my link tree here in my biography on TikTok where I dig deeper into it. But yeah, this is a reason why there's a hot woman to single woman pipeline because of this. It's only in very, very severe cases where people make that judgment. And people were talking about it in the comments, especially with Omari Hardwick. Yes, his wife is not objectively beautiful, right? So of course that would be strikingly obvious. For the most part, men that always want to use the currency of beauty in a woman, it's because they don't have anything else going on for themselves. And the thing about it is that there's something that he's not telling you when he makes this comment. The thing that he's not telling you, and what a lot of women are starting to realize and understand, is that a lot of these men, they want the currency of beauty that they have in a woman, but they don't want to deal with the consequences that come along with it. Even if a man is successful, it takes an above average man in thinking and in emotional maturity to be able to deal with the fact that he is with a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman is going to outshine the hard work, grit, discipline, money that a man has every single time, because beauty is forward facing. When you see a man, you won't see his accolades, right? This is the reason why men have to rely on getting external forms of status. They have to get a certain type of car. They have to get a watch. They have to get a chain. They have to give and buy and purchase external indicators of their wealth to try to prove that they've accomplished something in life. Women don't have to do that. So despite the fact that men do get to reap the benefits of being with a beautiful woman, they oftentimes cannot handle the fact that they are always going to be reminded that no matter what they've accomplished, people are going to notice the beautiful woman just for being beautiful before their accomplishments are ever acknowledged, unless they're big balling like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, etc., etc.
Facts you didn't know about guys. You'll never meet a nicer guy than a guy that's trying to impress you, that likes you, that finds you hot and attractive. He will literally be like an angel sent from heaven. But you will never meet someone ruder and colder and not nice than a guy to a girl that he doesn't find attractive. A hot girl could be saying the same thing as an unattractive girl, and they won't want nothing to do with that story. They won't give a flying fuck about that story if they don't find you attractive. They'll seem bothered, they'll seem annoyed because they don't want to be talking to you. It will go in one ear and out the other. They could care less. But if you're hot to them, it is the most riveting story of all time. Buckle your damn seatbelt and get on that roller coaster, because you're in for a bumpy ride. They will be listening to every little detail of that story, or pretend like they care about the story because they want to impress you, because they like you, because they find you hot. And this is to girls that they don't know, okay? I'm talking off the cusp of just meeting someone. If you're attractive, you'll never meet a kinder dude. But if you aren't attractive, he will literally be like, forget about her. He doesn't care what you have to say. And he might even actually find you annoying.
When a man is dating a beautiful woman, a lot of other women start to be drawn to him. All his exes that were never looking for him before come out of the woodwork. Why? Because now your stock goes up. They're like, wait, he can get her? Wait a minute. What is she seeing him that I didn't see in him? Now they want you. Okay? Because it's never about the man. They're competing with her. Okay? So they're trying to dethrone the queen. Okay? And if they don't know you, you have all these other girls that are drawn to you, you have this beautiful girl, so they think you either have money or some type of power, some type of notoriety, okay? Because a lot of beautiful women, especially if they look very well kept, are not just dating some lames, okay? We're not. I'm not. So trust me, if I'm dealing with somebody, I'm benefiting one way or another. But I'm being honest, okay? So a lot of y'all men think it's about you. It's never about you, okay? I need you to humble yourself. All these other girls, they're competing with her. They're trying to see where they rank in the dating market, okay? They want to see if they can get you. If she's fine and beautiful, they want to see if they can get you. That way they can validate themselves that, oh, they're as fine as her. They're as fly as her. They're as beautiful as her. And the exes that were over here trying to meddle in your relationship, ruin that relationship, as soon as she leaves, they leave too, or they'll stop bothering you. I've literally seen it in my own relationships. My ex, like from years ago, his ex that wasn't checking for him started meddling in our relationship. At the moment I left, she left. And I literally told him that. I was like, because it was never about you, babe. It was about me. And my recent ex, same shit. The ex. But these men be thinking they're so big and bad, and they let them ruin their relationship. Yeah, because they cheat. And then I leave. So does your stock now? Goes down. Okay? So yes, beautiful women definitely make sure be more valuable in the eyes of other women.
This is 3 types of women that guys are just really obsessed with. The first one is the girl with the good face card. Ladies, it does not matter how good your body looks. If you have a good face card, you're good. You could literally have things as flat as the pancakes on the back of you. It does not matter. If you have a good face card, because most of the guys, you know what I'm saying, they won't tell you this, but they will literally walk past you and not say anything because they're intimidated by you and then just watch you on IG. That's why I told y'all, check to see who's in your IG direct. Press the share, then scroll over and hit Instagram direct. If the guy you like is in there, you got more than like 3 guys in there, you're way more attractive than you think. The second one, the girl who's getting to the bag. Now, some dudes are toxic with this, and I'll get into this later. But the reason it's a green flag is because, think about it, most girls are striving for attention. They're waiting around for a guy. You get what I'm saying? When ladies, y'all don't realize it, but it's way easier to get money than you think nowadays. Like, you can literally make 10, 20K, 30K a month pressing buttons from your home. I'm saying that because I actually do that. Just so y'all know I'm not capping. Look, this is literally in the past couple months, as you can see. Look at that number, y'all. All you do is you set up an online store, you find one of your products, and then you use a push and go marketing method. If you don't know what any of that is, literally go to my IG and DM me the word ecom. I have a group where I literally teach you step by step and give you weekly calls as well. The third one. I mean, this one isn't really good for attracting new guys, but this will always have your exes obsessed with you if you use the clip eye method after a breakup. I promise you guys will be obsessed and be coming back to you. You're welcome. Like I said, ladies, if you want to learn how to get your bag up, go to my IG and DM me the word ecom. Look at how many people are becoming successful just in my group. Look at that, y'all. 5K in a day. Like I said, ladies, just go to my IG and DM me the word ecom. I know y'all don't be watching to the end, so if you watch to the end, you know what I'm saying? Comment, I stayed to the end, because I know y'all don't be watching the end of my video.
I stay away from my type, because my type has me spending money that I don't have. All you gotta do is be light skin, curly hair, and a nice body and a pretty face, and boom, here's my wallet.
This is why you should never be impressed when a man is acting like he's making some kind of special exception for you. Please understand that he's reserving his best treatment for the kind of woman that is his actual type. He's not doing you any kind of favor by making some kind of special exception for you. What he's basically saying is, to save money, I date dark-skinned women that I'm not actually attracted to. And they're supposed to be flattered by that and accept those small crumbs because a man like him is making an exception for them. I said it before, but I'll say it again. A man is well aware when he's wasting your time, wasting your youth, wasting your childbearing years. What some men like to do is try to find a woman who will be there with them in their struggle when they can barely afford anything, and they want to drive her car and live in her place rent-free and have her give him money. And then when he can afford to finally get with the woman that he wants, he drops her because she was never meant to stay. She was just meant to kill some time until he could finally get who he really wanted. Trying to convince women who aren't their type to build with them, to help them to be a better catch for the women they actually prefer. They know their preference isn't going to split bills with them or go 50-50 on dates, but he could use you in the meantime to be a stepping stone to be a better catch for that woman. Basically telling those women that I can't afford to give you the kind of lifestyle that you deserve, the kind of lifestyle that I really want to give you, but I'm going to settle for these women until I can get one of you. Basically saying, if you ever see me with a woman who isn't light-skinned with curly hair, please understand that I settled.
It's hard out here for a woman. Give her $500. Give her $1,000. Come on, y'all fucking wrong. It's mannerism to give that woman something who done gave her, who she done gave you her body. It's mannerism to take her out and get her something. You ain't shit, you send her back with a motherfucking hot pussy. As a player, as a mannerism, you ain't gonna send that bitch back with nothing. You ain't gonna send her back with nothing. If it ain't nothing but $300-400 for her to get through the airport. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if she come to you by her night, men with power get off on buying women nice things. It doesn't make her a slut. It doesn't make her like she sold herself for those things.
Men treat women they like the same way they treat women that they don't like. There is no separation of the two. A man, if he's not a good man, will lie, manipulate, cheat, extract from a woman that he doesn't like, but then do the exact same thing to a woman he claims to like. It doesn't matter if she's a good woman. It doesn't matter if she's a single mom. It doesn't matter if she's a bad or wretched woman. Men who are dating to marry are not dating and pursuing women that they don't see themselves with, because what is the point? If we know anything, we know one thing for sure. Even when a man acknowledges that he's with the woman he wants to be with, acknowledges that she's the love of his life, and intention of leaving the relationship, will still risk it all for a woman he doesn't even want to be with.
There's not one woman out there that doesn't like a man spending money on her, spoiling her a little bit. What's up with this? Telling your woman you pay for the electric bill and I'll pay for the water. You call yourself a man? That's a coward. That's a weak man. Come on, a man is a provider. Provide, pay the bills, leave her money, let her go do a facial, let her do her nails, man. Be a man, go out there, go to the mall, buy her a gift, man. Buy her a little bracelet, a necklace, some earrings. Let her know that you care about her. Show her some appreciation, show some love. If you take care of the bills, man, the lady will take care of you, I promise you.
There's nothing I hate more than seeing the softest lover girl, sweetest girl you've ever met turn cold and start to act hard because a man wanted to dim her light. Because a man wanted to do her dirty. He didn't want to see the goodness that she gave. That shit sucks.
I know men are going to be barking in my ear about this, but men are only nice to women that they're attracted to. And I've realized this over the years from my interactions with men, because I've realized that almost always when I am nice to a man, he takes it as flirting. Like, it is almost always followed up with some kind of offer for a date or some kind of confession of feelings, or like confession of like feeling a spark. And that spark is me looking at them as a human being and wanting to know more about them as a human being, because I care about people, even strangers. Like, I care to have conversations with people. I don't really care for small talk. I'm one of those people who wants to know human beings on a deeper level. And I've realized that, like, I have to tone down my own personality, my own interest in humans, because it's taken out of context almost always. But even at like networking events, like, you could be networking at a conference and being friendly to people, and it's followed up with an offer for a date when it was literally just professional. And I worked in the corporate world for 4 years, and 4 years was enough for me to see how fucking sleazy corporate men especially are, even the married ones, especially the married ones. I've had so many experiences like this that it's made me realize that if you are nice to a man, almost always, I know not all men, someone's gonna be fucking yelling not all men in the comments, shut the fuck up, we know, but almost always it's taken as interest in as romantic interest. Like, they don't see women as fellow human beings unless they're attracted to you. And I even think a lot of men are only friends with women that they are attracted to. It's just insane to me, because women don't think that way. Like, we really do see y'all beyond your external human body, and men see us as almost nothing but that.
Why do men act like plus-size women have to settle?
I would like to have a real conversation, even if you do still have some insecurities. Anybody who is outside the very small box that this country says beauty is has insecurities, because it's skinny white girls. That's still the beauty standard of America. Can we be realistic? When have larger black women ever been anything but a contrast to white women and propping up their beauty? My bad if I'm like getting too deep for the entertainment and shit like that, but what that causes in men, even men who are attracted to big women, to be attracted to them in secret. Because the further you get from the beauty standard, the lower your expectations and standards are supposed to be. So first of all, you a black woman. Then on top of that, you a big girl. So you ain't supposed to have nothing close to confidence because you don't look like what confidence is. So because even if I really am attracted to big women, because I'm insecure about it, I'm gonna project that insecurity onto you, big woman, and assume that you just as insecure. So you gonna fuck with me on the low and by convenience because I'm not brave enough to fuck with you out loud. I'm not saying that you not projecting. I'm not saying that you not insecure and maybe that informs the way you see the world. Sure, that's probably true as fuck. But we not gonna act like the world isn't being taught to see you some type of way. We're taught that you are less than beautiful. Actively. You're just now, within the last 5 to 7 years, seeing big girls as models on the front page. That's just now. For the women who've been having to walk with that for 30, 40, 50 years, that may not be enough to cause an immediate shift. They may not have had the support system around them to tell them like you beautiful the way that you are. I don't want to like fake deep our way out of pretending like bigger girls don't have to face adversity just by being who they are. Even the ones that have confidence, the that they had to fight through to gain that, to stand on that, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta acknowledge that, because then it makes the fight that the big girls that do got confidence, it makes they fight null and void. It's a special piece of hate that this country got carved out for big black women, bruh. You can look up the story of Sarah Bartman, bruh. They displayed that woman, family. Displayed her. You feel me? Like, big black women have always been put on display. So, sweetheart, like, I just wanted to say that just for the sake of empathy. You feel me? Like, the confidence that you have, you taught it to your daughters. Make sure your daughters are in communities with other women and teach it to them. Make sure that you continue to spread that and pass that, and don't worry about no that can't identify. You feel me?
You guys have to see how men treat women that they don't find conventionally attractive in person in real time. It's actually so disgusting. Kind of turns me off from all men and very, very disrespectful. Okay, so a few weeks ago, I was in Washington with my friend, and we went out with some guys, and the guys were really cool. You know, they paid for our food, paid for our drinks, whatever. And it was really, you know, it was really nice. It was an experience. The guys are super polite, you know, complimenting us, whatever. My friend had knew them prior. I didn't know them, but they were really, really nice to me, you know, very friendly, asking a lot of questions. Oh, babe, what do you want? We got it, whatever. So from the dinner, because we had went to dinner, we had proceeded to go to the next location, which was a hookah lounge. So we went to that hookah lounge. And once we got to the hookah lounge, my friend was like, oh, I'm going to have another friend, you know, come, and she's going to link up with us. So the other friend, she came and she linked up with us. Sorry, guys. And once the friend got there, it's just like the vibes got weird. Everybody got quiet. The guys were looking at each other. And this was a beautiful black girl. I don't think it was anything wrong, but it's like, you know, I feel like when you don't fit a certain standard of beauty, men equate that to being ugly or society, you know, societal beauty standards. But there was nothing wrong with the girl. She was a gorgeous black girl. You get what I'm saying? Maybe because, like, I don't know, like, she had like a bald head or whatever, you know, and I don't know, maybe because she didn't have a 613 bust down, I don't know, or a jet black bust down, I don't know. They were just like, you know, whatever. So it's only two guys. So when she first meets the first guy didn't even want to shake her hand. You get what I'm saying? He's like turning his head, like he's not even saying two words. And the other guy, when she goes to like reach in to shake his hand, he kind of moves his hands and does like Dr. Umar, like prayer hands. Gives her like prayer hands, like I don't really want to be touched. So the vibe was just weird. And they're looking at each other, exchanging glances, and they're laughing. And I'm thinking in my head, like, and they're looking at me because, like, I've got a big smile on my face because I'm a generally happy person. And I'm, like, peeping what's going on. So I'm, like, looking like, I think they thought that I was kind of in on the joke with them. But that's not me. I'm a girl's girl. So later on, me and my friend, the guys, we leave. And then I addressed the situation because I have a big mouth and I'm working on it, but whatever. So I addressed the situation. I was like, what happened back there? And they just get to like laugh and they think it's the funniest thing in the world. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm like, LOL, like, what's so funny? They're like, LOL, you peeped all of that. And I'm like, of course I peeped all of that. And they were like, LOL, like, you know, like just trying to like play it off. And I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't funny. And so it's funny because it's like, both of them were trying to like talk to me and exchange numbers with me, and it's like, I would never talk to y'all because I don't like how y'all date women. I don't like how y'all treat women. Like, that was a turn off. Like, not my type no more. Because I feel like you should have respect for all women. I'm not saying I want a friendly man. I'm not saying I want to, I want to, a man that's always shaking somebody's hand or whatever. But I want a man that teaches women. I mean, not teaches women. I want a man that deals with all women with a certain level of respect. Because you didn't find her attractive, you didn't want to shake her hand. Like, that's corny. Get out of here. Like, that's not the vibe. That's ill. But I just wanted to get on TikTok and rant to you guys a little bit and let you know, and I wanted to know y'all ideologies on this as well, because I kind of think this type of behavior is disgusting and we need to call it out. Ill, gross. Anyway, have a good rest of you guys' day.
And another thing, when you're attractive, expect your friends to try to hide you from certain people. A lot of times when you are attractive, you're made into the trophy friend. People invite you around to send certain messages. There are certain friends of mine there, I can tell they invite me around because they like seeing whether or not people think we're together. Other times I can tell when friends don't invite me because they don't want me to be introduced to the people in the move that they're in because they know that those people would be attracted to me. People are very tactical about your looks when they place a high level of importance on them. And this will even navigate the things they invite you to, the places you're not invited to, the things they say around you, how they interact with you. They will often like even fashion the friendship sort of in a way that to outsiders may appear as though you and this person are closer than you actually are, and maybe even imply that you and this person are romantically aligned. Sometimes it's fun to play into, but sometimes it's not, especially when this keeps occurring in multiple relationships. And also it can be dangerous to play into because this person might see you playing into it and think that they have grounds to be even more extreme in this underlying message that they're spreading. So being pretty, like, you need to be cognizant of the fact that people are quantifying you this way, even if you don't quantify yourself that way, because it will shape so much of how people treat you, and people see attractiveness as currency. So you, in a large sense of how people view you, will be as currency. I know if I take this to this area, it will have this amount of value. I know if I bring you to this party, my value might be diminished in exchange for yours. I know if I bring you to this event, though, my value will go up in exchange for me being in proximity to you. This will shape your life, and once you catch on to it, you can't unsee it, and you will know a lot of what most people's motives are by you, because most people's motives don't get beyond the physical representation of self.
When you're a very beautiful woman, you learn how to use your beauty to get what you want. That's how most women learn. When you're a very beautiful woman, men approach you that have money because they can afford you and they can afford your lifestyle and they can afford to give you the best things. Women that are pretty and beautiful want nice things. Any beautiful woman who knows their value and their worth are only going to be dating men that have money. It's not that hard. If you're not naturally 100% like just drop dead gorgeous, work on yourself until you are.
If you look put together when you go out, you're going to get treated better, okay? So I went to the dealership today to get my car serviced. That's why I'm in a rental now. And I went to go get it serviced. And as I'm walking in there, one of the gentlemen, he's like, oh, wow, you look like you're about to buy the building. You look like you're dressed like you're about to buy the building, right? Just a little joke he made. So I remember when I was sitting with him, because we were going over a couple of things, he looks at me, he's like, did you go to church? Are you coming from church? And I said, no, I actually unfortunately didn't have time to go to church this morning. No, I didn't go to church. He's like, oh, okay. Did you come from like a brunch? I'm like, no brunch. He's like, okay. Did you come from some type of event? No, I literally just got up, rolled out of bed, worked out, got dressed, and came over here. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, why are you so dressed up? I said, I wouldn't say I'm dressed up, but I would say that I like to actually get ready when I'm going out. I'm going into the world, right? People respond to the energy and the amount of time you put into yourself. So I like to carry myself a certain way, dress a certain way, because I want a certain level of respect, honor, and good service when I'm out and about. People tend to treat people and things better that is put together. You'll notice that when you go out and you're not really done up, the service is like, eh. But when you go out and you're put together, it's like, yes, ma'am, absolutely, here you go. People are opening the doors for you. Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. It's you get treated better because you're investing in yourself. Okay? So I always tell people your body is a temple. Okay, and we talk about that a lot in Christianity, about our body being the temple of Christ. But in addition to that, when it talks about your body being a temple, it's everything. It's internally and externally. Take care of yourself, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not just for women. This is for men too. Fellas, leave the slides at home. Stop going out with them with those shorts on. Okay, get you a nice button up linen shirt with some linen pants, all smooth. You know, throw your cologne on, have a fresh cut, keep up with your haircuts. Ladies, throw on your heels. And please, I'm not even going to have a conversation about bonnets. I think that if a woman is still fighting and battling women on the whole bonnet thing, we have nothing in common, because you wouldn't catch me out ever with a bonnet on. That is not appropriate attire to leave your home. Okay? So what I'm saying is, when you take care of yourself, even your vehicle, your car should be cleaned and washed. Cleaned, washed, vacuumed, okay? Because it's all essence. It's all, you know, you got to take care of yourself. That's how you draw an abundance. When I was a little girl, I always tell you guys, I come from an island family. I'm Caribbean. And my grandma, I remember before school and before church, my grandma would lay out our clothes, iron the socks, iron the shirts, iron the dresses, lay out the perfume, the body lotion. My grandma made sure I lotioned my whole body from head to toe after I shower. I never understand people who don't lotion their body after they shower. I either lotion my body from head to toe, or I use body oil from head to toe after I shower to moisturize. That's like a Caribbean thing. You're always supposed to take good care of yourself so that when you go out into the world, you are respected, you are honored, you are treated better. Yes, when you take care of yourself, people see that and they want to take care of you. So within, so without. That's how life is. If you take care of your temple, if you take care of your body internally and externally, people are going to respond to that. Why? Because that's the vibe that you're on. That's the vibe that you're on. That's the essence that you're carrying. If you don't take care of yourself and you're pulling up to the dealership with flip-flops on and a bonnet, or slides on and socks, or, you know, some crunchy house dress, people are not gonna really give you the level of service that you rightfully deserve. So take care of yourself and you'll get treated better in society. If you look good and you feel good, people will treat you good.